What's up, guys? Welcome back to PGHO Overtime. It's your favorite host, Mr. Ryan Logic. I know you guys
Cap.
are all in love with me. Uh, yeah. I hope you guys
Big
missed
cap,
me
big
from the
cap.
last time
He's
that
our
we
favorite member. I
spoke.
love him.
Uh, so today we're gonna be doing some non-biased mid-season power rankings. Maybe we're just gonna probably bitch about Ryan getting overthrown for the whole time, but
Nope,
I
not
don't know.
happening this video. Not
Wait for
happening
that
this
segment.
one.
That's my
All
favorite
right.
segment,
Not
honestly.
this
So
video. Speaking of which,
This ain't the one.
yo, wasn't the whole goal to get Mark and Ryan and Zermak on one team, and then they just traded Mark?
well,
Yeah.
Mark was actually complaining that he wasn't
When was
getting
that a
enough
goal?
time on ice. So then we traded him to New Jersey so he can play more.
I took my talent
But
elsewhere. Let's just mention
I
earlier, all right?
took
yeah,
my
but
time
that's
to South
besides the
Beach.
point. That's
I took my
besides the
talent
point.
to
Right now
Jersey.
we're gonna start off with the 12th
The
place team
decision.
in our midseason power rankings.
12th
So
place.
Eric Oreo gang, I'm gonna turn this over to you. Who do you think belongs in 12th place?
12th place. Well, I'm looking at our power rankings from when we first did this on paper, and we had Dallas as the 12th seed, as the bottom feeder. But I'm gonna have to change that to the over rostered Boston Bruins, because even though they are in the
Really?
playoffs right now, they should have so many forfeits. They should have so many forfeits, and it should be way lower than they are. But
They
Yeah.
should. They
I
should.
can
But if
agree
this
with
is
the
their
forfeits,
skill,
but if they
okay,
didn't
okay.
forfeit,
If I'm being legit on the actual team, it's Philadelphia.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
I
There
was
you
I
go.
They are
yeah, that was
garbage.
my pick.
agree.
But I mean,
Philly
I
Flyers.
just wanted to thrash on Boston because since they should have like 5 forfeits in a row now and nothing's been done. This is rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
But
think we all agree that Philadelphia belongs in 12th place.
Yeah.
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 I'm
They
in
just
agreement.
had so many changes. I think they had like four different captains already this season. So I don't think it's
Philadelphia
gonna work
has
out for
not
them.
kept their roster consistent at all. I have, as you said, with the captains, they've gone through 4 captains. I'm constantly seeing the transaction channel being posted with signings and cuts. Like, what are you doing with your team?
That's very true. What are you doing with your team, famous guy? Nobody knows.
It's the Good
Not good
Brothers.
though.
It's the Good Brothers. They should have a locked team. Uh, yeah, they should have a locked team. They shouldn't be signing and not sign or cutting this many
All the
people.
good
They have
brothers,
their own core.
all the good players from Good Brothers are not on the Philly. So
yeah,
what are they supposed to
they're
do?
all in Anaheim. So it's like
Oh
And
yeah,
then
that's right.
lose,
Anaheim. I mean,
and
Lucky
lose
Eclipse is
Lotto.
a good brother. He's on Pittsburgh. Ghost Glitch
Let's
is
guys,
somewhere.
let's stick to one team at a time. So let's move swiftly on from the bottom feeder to 11th place. I'm gonna turn this one over to Viper Traps. Who do you think is gonna be in the 11th seed?
Okay. I'm gonna go with a kind of surprise. Eric already alluded to this, but Boston. When I look at the
yes.
Boston Bruins roster, I don't see a goaltender. I don't know who's goalie for this team. I, I just see Goober scoring goals. I mean, they haven't won games, but the last time we faced them as New Jersey, they had Tanban in it, and I'm not sure if Tanban is going to be able to be a playoff goaltender or get this team to the playoffs.
For
So I'm gonna have
me,
to put them 11.
in Boston, my thing is that I actually don't see a goal scorer on their list. I see Zyko with
Goober's
10
good.
goal. Goober is 16, but like you can't have one, maybe two. I didn't even know Zyko's on there with 10. But outside of that, nobody else has broken even 10 points, let alone 10 goals. I see goaltenders if they show up. I see Paul 8683.
Oh,
Godly MK had some promise with the Chicago Blackhawks before
oh,
they
you're right. I
traded
forgot
him.
about that guy.
Huh?
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
A Godly MK or Paul?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
So
Both of them play with Chicago. Paul is definitely on the rustier side of life, whereas Golly MK showed some promise with the Blackhawks. I don't know much about Tamban, but my real concern with this team is that outside of 2 players, they don't have production. And I don't even know if they have defense either.
Yeah.
Haven't really watched them in
They,
person.
they have 7 players right now with goalie stats.
They're gonna
So
show up.
I mean, they got goalies, but they don't show up clearly because they have
Currently,
Uh,
they're
7 different dudes with all 40 plus shots. Only 2 of them have less than 40 shots on them. So this has
They
had to be
also gotta
more
cut
than
some
one
people.
game.
they're also
uh,
sitting at a nice, sexy 3.88 goals against a game, which is among the highest in the league. The second highest of all playoff teams at the moment. Pittsburgh is the only one with higher. So yeah, that doesn't say defense, but it doesn't say they're horrible to me.
Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna throw a different team that I think should be in ninth place. I think that the Dallas Stars are definitely much worse than Boston because at least Boston has like at least one goal scorer. They at least have a goalie if he shows. And as you saw when Boston all showed, they beat the second place team Vegas, and not many teams have done that this season. They only have 3 losses, and as Boston actually beat them, that this would be much better suited to be in place.
Boston has also beaten Anaheim.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
Boston has beaten 2 top 5 teams, and real quick, Ryan, you were cutting out through that entire thing.
Yeah, you got some bad lag going on,
Okay,
buddy.
so let me
Yeah.
quickly
Yeah, Ryan.
what I said.
my man's Toshin needs to get a reboot
Do
real
you
quick.
guys hear me?
Well, we can understand you, but it's
Do you
very
guys hear
choppy.
me?
It's understandable, but it's annoying.
You're like a foreigner trying to speak English for the first time.
Okay,
in the,
so choppy. Is it still choppy?
No, you're good now. You're good now.
yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay, so as I was saying, Dallas belongs in 11th place, and Boston, probably just to sneak in a little bit later, will be 10th, in my opinion.
I can agree with that.
I honestly, for me, I just crapped on Boston, I know. But I
Yeah.
think for me, Boston is a tie. When I look at Boston's stats and I look at 2 other teams, I don't think they're the worst ones. Dallas and Detroit both they contest for 11th, and I don't know which one I'd put there.
Honestly, I think when Dallas has a fluffy show, he carries the team. Looking at it, but when he doesn't show, they get smacked. So it's like, yeah, you can put him at 10th or 11th. At 10th if Fluffy shows, 11th if he doesn't. But it could go
Is
either
Dallas-
way.
Yeah.
This roster sheet has sniped 68 both in free agents and on Dallas's roster.
Don't they have Exernos? No, they used to,
Edmonton signed him last. He's not cut.
bruh. Y'all need to get some stats. Stat
Oh
meeting.
no,
Get
Pittsburgh
that stuff
is
fixed.
over. Yeah, Pittsburgh is over the cap.
Yeah.
So do we all agree that Dallas should be in the 11th place?
I can agree
Yeah,
with that.
we can put him there. We can put him there.
Okay, so moving to 10th place, I think as we all already foreshadowed, I think we all once again agree that it should be Boston.
Yeah, should
You
definitely.
started cutting out. You just started cutting out again.
Yeah, but I think we get the
Lazy
point though.
Boston for this-
I said
I don't. I
Oh.
think after reviewing it just now, I think I'd put
I
Detroit at 10th.
Really?
Yeah,
Detroit just got
No.
Elite Vert. I think Elite Vert's good enough to win some games.
if he shows, he said he would show, but I'm not. Elite Vert is great. Believe I watched him play recently. He's actually astounding
Yeah.
to watch.
Nah.
Elite's
Okay. No.
really good.
I think without a doubt it should be Boston. Detroit between
I agree.
Elite Vert, Toxic Element,
They have a really good
Stu,
offense.
Tommy.
Yeah,
like,
they have a good offense, but their
Lambino's
defense-
their best defender. Unless they move Tommy to defense.
Tommy's been playing defense for them.
Eh.
Yeah, they have. They're not as good at defense or goal scoring as Boston. Interestingly
No,
enough, their
goal
goals,
scoring is really good. I think they're better than
their
Boston.
goals for per game and goals against per game are both lower than Boston.
Yeah,
As
but
well as
they picked up Elite Vert though, and I think that's
they
definitely gonna
just
go for
did.
the
So
league.
that's
Yeah.
it's unproven though. It's unproven. We don't know how if he'll even show up. He says he will, but for me, I keep
Yeah.
Detroit at 10 because even with that great addition, I don't know what's gonna happen. And they had to give up musical turrets for him.
Yeah,
That's true.
So-
but-
their defense is a
I'm,
big
I'm,
question.
I'm just looking at both of them. And I'm just
see
I'm
Boston
comparing.
at 10th place.
Yeah, I'm comparing Boston and Detroit side by side, and I would personally I'd put my money on Detroit every day of the week looking at these two teams.
Yeah, because here's where I look at it. Austin Matthews is a better goaltender than whatever Boston has. The defense, Boston defense is bad, but Detroit's is also pretty bad. So that kind of equals out. But when I look at both offenses, what TTA said, Boston only has like one dude, and then Detroit has Zwilzy if he shows. They have Grab if he shows. Toxic, he's definitely gonna show. Elite if he shows. Stu. Who else am I forgetting? Like they have a lot of guys who can score a goal.
I mean, TTA, you were saying like a lot before the game that Chicago's gonna 10-0 Detroit today, but
Hey, it was a
played
3-1
well,
game.
and it was 3-1, and Detroit did not have elite bird. They didn't have like most of their star players. So I think that you should really give it to Detroit to be better than Boston.
Yeah, I think Boston 10.
I agree,
Okay,
but
I,
can-
I think I
can-
think I think Detroit's definitely next. It's definitely between Detroit
Yeah,
and Boston.
Detroit's
It's just-
definitely next.
whichever one isn't here, it's next. Yeah, I would say
yeah,
when I look at it,
Oh,
yeah,
I messed this up
Detroit-
hardcore.
Detroit, I would say, is currently 10th, has a potential to be 9th, but I can
The
settle for
hell
this.
did I do?
yeah, we
Where's
can
eight?
revise at the end too if like we think we look at it. It's like I don't know. Maybe they should.
Now we're also leaving out interestingly enough, what is this? What are you doing?
Don't
Just-
worry
just-
about
just-
it, dude. Just go with it, dude. Just go with it, okay?
One, two,
Just-
three,
just-
four,
just
five.
move-
just
Oh,
move
as
Philly
we
just
go.
move Philly up one. Just move Philly up one.
No, it's because
No.
I messed up the numbers.
Oh, you messed up the numbers.
There we
Viper
go.
Traps isn't that
Yeah,
smart.
but do we think the Devils are better than the Red Wings?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Gotta
definitely
feel-
on them. I'm not gonna bias.
Well, actually, I
I
just
mean-
watched them. Why did I just do this to myself? The Devils have some good offense. I looked
Yeah.
at that.
You just watch them play.
I just
So
watched them play.
here's what I'll
Yeah, they
comment on
got
this.
smacked, but the Devils. This is the reason why I was keeping them out of the bottom 4, and maybe they're even higher than 8th for me. Their offense is great, and their goaltender. Hell, Pythonics was shutting out Anaheim for a large time. He was
Yeah,
stoning
but
them.
he
Yeah,
then
but think
had
about it this
he
way,
then
he
let
let
up
in
8
6
against the
Yeah,
Flames
he let up
next
6
game.
goals
No,
out
no,
of
no,
11
he
shots
let
against
us like 4.
Calgary.
Like Pythonics is
Five,
an
and
up
then
and down
Anaheim, and
goaltender.
then
He doesn't have a
couple.
bad save percentage. .839.
That was
is not
actually his
bad.
worst game. He
Mark-
played really well
Mark
against
Logic.
Chicago.
Mark Logic, who's also in this call, isn't a bad goaltender. The Devils
Yeah.
are not a bad team, but they lack in defense.
I
Not
think
really.
I mean they just picked up musical.
Thought they just
yeah,
picked up musical.
T-Hawk,
Thunderhawk is underrated, I think. Nobody talked about him. Probably
How
because we
about
actually
let's
We
guys,
love-
let's
we love
talk about
T-Hawk.
this. Let's talk about this when we decide who belongs in 8th place. Because just talking about New Jersey is not really the point to that. So now let's move on to 8th place and let's Mark, who do you think should be 8th place?
For me, it's between Vancouver and New Jersey. I think New Jersey are gonna go on a little streak coming up. Once the roster settles, people start showing, especially because the two captains haven't been showing because of the finals recently. I think once they start showing, I think this roster is gonna go have a good little streak going.
I agree with that. Vancouver, like since the beginning of the season, Vancouver has fallen off bad.
And
I
that's because
don't
they had originally they had Senko and they had God Magic. Now they have Lucas, who's worse than Senko in my opinion, and Gonzo, who's worse than Magic in my opinion. So I think they downgraded.
Vaporkid is a good player.
Gonzo is.
But
I would actually.
They
I would
Gonzo's
only
a really
They
good
do have
defender.
Colt, though. They have Colt and they have Vapor Kid. I don't know. That's a tough one. Actually, I might put New
Honestly,
Jersey
I
at
do
8.
not think that Vancouver belongs in 8th place.
I think
Well,
I think New
well,
Jersey
as
goes
the
in.
fair-
this is the big question then. Do you think that Pittsburgh is better than Vancouver?
Yeah, I think that Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
is
is better.
definitely lower than Vancouver. No, I think Vancouver's better.
Oh.
Really?
Because
Pittsburgh-
we literally, guys,
Pittsburgh
guys,
is
guys,
seventh.
guys,
Hold
guys,
on,
Is
hold on.
Isiders.
Listen to
guys,
this.
we
Isiders
literally,
has a
we
good
literally just
game.
watched the game. Pittsburgh is nothing without Isiders, bro. He
Yeah,
scored
you
6
have.
goals.
Okay.
Like,
Either
it's
way, though,
literally a
how
one-man
many
team.
goals has Siders scored recently? Because Penguins are 7-1-2 in their last 10.
Well, I
That's
don't know.
seven- that's
Think
seven
about
wins
it
in their
this way:
last-
when Pittsburgh plays against the top teams, like for example, when they played Calgary a few days ago, they lost 8-1. Because when you shut down Siders, that the rest of the team can't do much.
Yeah.
So in my opinion,
Wow.
if they play against Vancouver, Gonzo V3, they will shut down Siders. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah,
is
you have a
when
point.
Pittsburgh plays a top 5 team, it doesn't usually end well for them, or Cyrus cannot carry. Don't seem to have enough to carry it through with a 1-man team. So it's just like, do you think against these bottom 5? It's like you're thinking, oh yeah, definitely he'll get like 3 plus goals, and they'll probably win the game comfortably. And you think, oh, maybe they can do this against the higher teams, but when they haven't
Yeah.
shown they can do that yet against those teams.
I think that Siders just got very lucky today. He got like literally 6 breakaways when People were poke checking, cueing him, hitting him. He did not move. Like it did not phase anything from him. I think honestly today he just got very lucky. But
the gym.
tomorrow,
I
if I
don't
was
know if I'd
if
call
I
it
was to
luck
if I
as
was
much
to
as the
like
game was.
if I was to think about this like as a rematch to happen tomorrow, I would say New Jersey would win. I honestly think that Pittsburgh just got
Well,
very
we
lucky
didn't have
because of
Pythonics
Isaiah.
today, which was a big blow. Mark did not PG until like 20 minutes before the game because we were playing Tycoons the whole day. So
Yeah,
I
that one's
mean,
going on the line.
if everyone showed for New Jersey, my team, I think we'll have definitely a better fight than we did today. I mean, the third period, I think we're way better than I think Noel balled them out pretty hard. I think I agree with you
Yeah.
guys. It's a one-man team, Pittsburgh. But I think in a regular season, that works. I think in the playoffs, they'll definitely falter if they get there.
Yeah.
But I can agree they're a playoff team. They're better than these 14 below.
I think that Pittsburgh should be the 8th place team.
Yeah, because 6 through 8 is between Pittsburgh, Vancouver, and New Jersey. It's just
Yeah.
between
Just figuring
those
which way do
three,
we
which
wanna order
them
which
around.
one's the best, worst, and middle. So it's like
Yeah. For
So
me,
how about
for me,
everybody just how about we just knock out who thinks like 6th, 7th, and 8th place? Just tell us like what team do you think belongs in each seed.
yeah, because that's what we've been debating for the last like 5 minutes.
I think,
I think
I think,
let's
I think we might have.
go down the list. Eric, go first.
I would have from top to bottom from like some 6th to 7th to 8th. I would have Vancouver, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh.
I agree.
I agree.
I would
I
put
second that.
yeah. See if
Yeah, I agree
Siders
with
gets
that.
shut down. Devils
They
just got
got nothing.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that. Pittsburgh's 8th.
I would definitely
That
put
winning streak
New
means
Jersey
nothing
over
if Siders can't maintain. And if
Exactly.
Siders goes on maybe Siders even falls off, and maybe God forbid he can't make a couple games. Pittsburgh's screwed. Like
Yeah.
who's their goalie? Oh well.
No, they have no.
That makes things tough. Noel's a top 5
them.
goalie
Yeah,
in
but
the league.
Noel hasn't been as good. Like he's literally been getting carried around from team to team. He isn't as good as he was last season. in
I
my
don't know.
opinion.
he's running a .885 save percentage. It's one
Now,
of the highest.
no. Noel is really good, but Pittsburgh defense
Noel is
is
Oh yeah,
yeah, don't
Pittsburgh's
get me wrong.
atrocious.
defense is actually
They don't
But
even
Vassy
exist.
sounds pretty
it's
good.
bad. It's
Noel
real
is the
bad.
defense. Noel is the defense.
Noel is the defense on the Penguins. Like the Pittsburgh Penguins have the highest goals against per game of any of the top 8 teams by the
Vassy
standings.
Sam is pretty good. But
Bazzi's good at defense.
also,
What I watched
think
today,
the goals
I
against
saw
is pretty flawed.
I saw the defense. Well, yeah. Once a team plays Chicago, your goals against is going up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just bound to happen.
Alright, so does everyone agree with Vancouver, New Jersey, Pittsburgh in that order?
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. It's a real toss-up for me for Pittsburgh because they also. I wasn't thinking about the goalies, and New Jersey's goaltenders is a hit or miss. I mean, Pythonics if he has a bad game. Noel's bad games aren't that bad. This man's running an .885 right now. There's like one starter in the league who has a higher save percentage than him. And
Alright,
I'm
so
pretty
let's
sure
just put
that's
it this way. Let's just put it this way. Then New Jersey or Pittsburgh, they can easily be like either way. Like one
Yeah.
Pittsburgh could be 7th or New Jersey could be 7th. Like it doesn't
What I will
like
say for New
Yeah.
Jersey, my team, if Pythonics, even though he might not be a top goaltender, we have the defense around him that could bail him out against top teams.
Yeah. I
Yeah, so
think we should
we
just
all agree.
keep this for now, and then we can look back at look back when we're done with the whole list. See
Yeah.
if we really think that we should change it or not. But
see this list is
Top
going
5
on
is
off
gonna be
some
interesting.
hypothetical. This list is going off hypotheticals right now, like if Siders is bad or right now. For me, my personal list would flip that a little bit only because it's based off the now how they've been doing.
Yeah, we'll
That's
definitely
true,
review
that's
this. We'll definitely review this part when we
Yeah, I
do
personally
the-
think this is
do it
Alright,
again.
be a
so
now list
I
and
think
not
we
of
should
a.
just move on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think we
we'll
should move on to
So,
5th place.
fifth
So
place?
who let's see. TTA, I haven't came to you yet. Who do you think will be the 5th place team?
Top 5 is very interesting. I
Yes,
look
it
at
is.
it. It's a very, very tough call, especially when you look at the standings and you see the 5th place team is Ottawa. I don't think they're going to be 5th
I don't think they're
on the
fifth.
thing of the power rankings. I have a better ranking for them. That top 5 is a tough call, and for me, it's between Calgary and Anaheim.
I think it's
I
And
agree.
Anaheim.
I think it should
Um,
be. I think no. I'm not trying to be biased, but I
Yeah,
honestly
no,
think it should be Anaheim.
Ryan, let them talk, because I don't
Yeah,
want me and you to
Ryan.
talk to it. We can
yeah,
let them
yeah,
out.
Ryan.
we have two Flames players in the call right now, so
Well,
Just
just
want to
let
say
me know,
we
guys.
beat
Guys, just
Ottawa
let me
twice
know.
in a
Let
row,
me
and
know
we
when
beat
we start
Anaheim twice in a
talking.
row. Saying
yeah,
we beat
Yeah,
Here's
wait,
what I'm
both
gonna
both
say.
meetings we've won.
hold on,
Just
guys,
just
guys,
want
well,
guys,
I've
to say.
seen no,
guys.
you don't have to say
Wait,
that
PTA,
because I've
one
seen
second. Just when you guys start talking about Calgary, make sure you let me know so then I can start talking about the overthrowing, just to piss people off.
No, not happening,
Me.
not happening. Not on this
not
video.
happening. Either way, in most
That's not
recently,
happening. That's not happening.
when I look at the scores
Everyone
at
just
all,
started crying who was
most
watching this video.
recently the Flames have been the better team between the two. They've scored more,
Yeah.
they've allowed less, and I personally think the Ducks are fifth. That's
I
not
think
to
the
say they're
Ducks are
bad.
fifth,
The
yeah.
top five is absolutely
Yeah, they're
stacked.
definitely not bad.
They're not a
But
bad team.
comparing them to the
I
other
think I
ones,
agree
I
with
think
that.
Anaheim is worse.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. At Anaheim as the
Anaheim
bottom
is
of the cup contenders. They're at the bottom.
Yeah.
If that's really what it comes down. I mean, I guess any of these, I guess like from the 6, 7, 8 range, one of them could have a good run. But these
The
are like
last time,
the main favorites for who you're picking who could win
the last time the
all the way.
Anaheim Ducks actually killed somebody before tonight, which was against Dallas, who we have them at 10th,
Yeah.
or 11th.
Yeah,
We
they
have
have
them
them at the
11th,
bottom.
right? Yeah. The last time they killed somebody was round 14. That was December 8th. No, December 7th actually. They killed them, and that was 8-0 against the bottom seeded team in the Flyers. So they're not the best at offense. They have good defense, and I'm pretty sure their goaltending is pretty good. But their
Yeah,
offense,
they're like one of the best tandems in the league.
Like
their
I said,
offense,
it's like the same as
a little bit
Pittsburgh.
of
They
work.
just have Externos, to be honest. Externos is like their main forward. I don't like. I'm blanking right now, but the rest of the roster.
There's a better version of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Ooh,
yeah
Anaheim.
better defense and
Yeah. Better
Anaheim's a
defense.
way
better
better
overall version of
defense.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I guess so.
way better defense, and I would say way better, not way better goaltending, but definitely.
Now
I
here's
don't
the
even know if they have
question.
better goaltending because you can't really get much better. Like comparing Ricky and Noel, it's like because I heard Miles isn't playing in net anymore. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they're pretty equal, Ricky and Noel. Well, here's the important question: who do you guys think is fourth place, Calgary or Ottawa?
Calgary.
And I'm only asking this question because of how Calgary beat Ottawa twice in the regular season. I'm
Now,
not trying to
here's
be
what I'm gonna
biased,
say:
but I'm just talking about results.
they're really close, very close. Calgary and
I think
Ottawa.
that
It's really hard
Calgary
to
is like
put
I
one
think
over the other.
Calgary has like one more win than them, maybe.
no, we have the same amount of points as we have a game in hand.
Oh,
Both
And we
yeah.
win
teams
the
have really good
tiebreaker,
defense.
I
Both
think.
teams have really good goaltending. Offense is both pretty good as well. Honestly, I think it's who shows up on the day when it comes down. I don't know. Like, who's gonna play better on the day?
Personally, even though it's my team, I would put Calgary fourth because we are not very consistent. When we all show up, we can beat anyone, and it's not a question. And it'll be a great game against even the lengths of a Chicago team. It'll be a fantastic game if we all show up, but that doesn't happen much between Aura, Zermach, PGHO.
Without the leadership.
Zermach has been showing up recently. The only person that just sometimes is busy is Aura. But even when Aura doesn't show up, we still pull through results. But
yeah,
either
I know.
way,
I'm just saying we're not as strong as.
I don't want to be biased. I don't want to be
Exactly.
biased.
I'm just saying we're not.
Anyone.
I think we've consistent every time everyone's shown up, we have won every single game. It's just that's only happened about 4 times. So
yeah.
So I would put Calgary in fourth, just so like nobody
and then
bitches at
and
us,
then
and Ottawa third. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yep.
Okay,
TTA?
1, 2.
Yeah. So, we put Calgary at fourth, right?
So now, So now
Senators
Ottawa
at
third. Ottawa.
Okay.
Senators
now
at
let's
third.
go to second.
yeah, Vegas is tearing it up.
Vegas has been tearing up.
Yeah,
this
Vegas
league.
has been tearing it up.
Vegas,
But they did lose to
had-
Wait,
Chicago though.
is this
And
Vegas?
they went to overtime
Is
against
this
Boston.
Vegas the same Vegas, like mostly the same
It's
Vegas
Washington.
that went to Chicago?
Except for I think Elite Vert, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, that series
like
against
season one Vegas.
Season one, that series against Chicago. The only difference is I was in that. Now it's Nick Oriole game.
Wait, not season 1 Vegas. I think it was. No, was it season 1 Vegas?
It was
Season
season
one
one. It was
Vegas,
season
yeah.
one.
Then
Oh
it
my
also
God.
took Chicago to
That was
game
the same
7.
season where Nexus is Lightning, which, by the way, screw him.
I did not play season 1, so I don't know what happened. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Tampa. Tampa almost. They lost one game in round 1 to the Bruins, and they just beat themselves up, and then they got dominated in the second round by a team that might have been worse offensively.
Yeah.
All right.
That-
So does everyone? What do you guys think? I personally think that Vegas is going to be second and Chicago is going to be first, just because of the
Yeah.
fact that Chicago. You don't really
Chicago
think
hasn't
that,
lost in regulation yet, so
Yeah, Chicago.
Chicago,
have
we're,
V8 as well.
we are
Chicago's
halfway.
probably not going to lose to any of the bottom. Like they might.
Yeah.
Like Chicago's not going to have any trouble against the bottom like 6 teams. Probably
Yeah,
from like
I think
7th to 12th place, they won't have much trouble.
I honestly think that Chicago can lose to New Jersey. Now listen to me carefully before you guys start speaking out.
Wait, whoa, hold on.
he's making
Hold
We
on.
do
he's
have-
making-
we
Wait,
do have a
wait.
strategy.
I mean, I'll back him up before he even says anything. They only beat them 2-1.
We did have a strategy against them.
Listen.
Okay.
New
You don't
Jersey
want to make
Devils.
that strategy practice.
New Jersey Devils are a fantastic roster. Okay, the only thing that New Jersey Devils need to work on is communication,
Our C block formation.
awareness,
And
checks.
and you have to
checks,
not getting
stop
stopped
being
up by
biased.
Calgary.
bench management, stamina usage, hitting,
The whole
Positioning.
thing. Yeah.
These are a lot of things
You're,
to
you're
work on.
naming every facet of
No,
hockey.
it's
and
that
you
one
need to
Reddit
work on
meme.
everything.
It's that
drawing
one meme.
penalties, taking penalties,
It's
latency,
that one meme.
pulling goalies,
Yeah, it's
Is
that
he
one
still
meme.
talking?
E-claps, one-timers, breakaways,
Damn, I'm
finishing,
really glad we have Rhyme logic and
rebounds,
work logic on this.
work play, line changes, power plays,
How are you
penalty
still
kills,
talking?
and scoring goals.
Just give it a rest, Mike. We get
Other than
it.
that, other than that, this roster is actually fantastic.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I agree
with that one.
Calgary beat Chicago when it was still Los Angeles Kings.
But did they
And
have
we
V8
had
though?
we had no one there,
Oh, at
and we
Chicago,
actually
never
beat
mind.
Nah,
Chicago.
that was
Is that what Ryan? Is that when you were still captain, or
Yeah,
after
that's
going
what
to Calgary?
Yeah.
that's when I was still captain. You know, that's why
Without
Ryan
Ryan as
Logic
captain, I
is
don't know
your
if they can do it
captain.
again.
So
Yeah.
now let's talk
I-
about the overthrowing situation.
no.
that we
I
had.
think
No,
we need
no,
to
we're
go
not
through
doing
this
that.
list real quick and put Vegas 2, Chicago 1, and
Yeah.
then we
in
can-
this video.
And we have to talk about
look to
that.
revise if needed. But thank God we stopped Ryan.
Why is Calgary
was really
not
close,
first place?
guys.
Oh yeah, it's because Ryan Logic's not captain anymore.
That was a close one. That was a close one.
Yeah, that was a phew.
If Ryan Logic was still captain in his power rankings, Calgary would be first place.
I agree.
Might be last if Aura and Ryan just keep going. Right?
Yo, I think we need to get them in a hot mic session. Just settle the beef
Really?
once and for all. Get it over with. you know?
Honestly, I think. Wait, what?
It's a
Eric?
power rankings video, by the way. I'm just.
Get it. Actually, I just pulled up the old list from when we first did this. So some notable differences is that Washington or Vegas has jumped from 5th to 2nd.
Yeah, we missed
Well,
that one.
they've
Or you
made
guys
some
missed that one. I
moves.
wasn't
They've
in there.
already. Here's something that I think goes under the radar, and it's how many moves that the Blackhawks / the Yeet Gods have made to make themselves just how much better they are. Like they were already good. Have you guys seen the moves they've made throughout the season?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've made some phenomenal trades to improve their squad.
They got
been-
here.
A bit, it's been a bit sketchy, but
They
It's
traded.
It's been definitely a bit
Yeah.
sketchy 'cause they're getting everybody they want. They've gotten V8. They've gotten Beluga. They got.
You want to know why?
V8's
SD?
a big
Know
one.
why?
They randomly signed limited UHACs, and now he's showing up again.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what happens when you.
I doubt he was even
Yeah,
in the group.
If you're
I
a top
doubt
team,
he
you
was.
can just get any.
I'm gonna say it right now. I doubt limited UHACs was even in the group before the Chicago Blackhawks were like, "You want to come here? Sure." And the board probably didn't object to it. I'm gonna put that out there.
But going back to the old list to the new list, we had Anaheim and Washington, and now Vegas flipped. New Jersey and Vancouver flipped. Detroit and Edmonton are now Pittsburgh flipped. And then Philly and Dallas flipped, and everything else. So the only teams that stayed the same were Chicago, Ottawa, and LA are now Calgary. Everyone else flipped with their counterpart, except for Vegas and Anaheim. They
Yeah.
had a big flip. But,
Yeah. Also,
Okay, you
another
wanna-
team. Another team. I'm just gonna briefly, briefly fling up there about teams I think are getting a little bit of help from the board. I think Ottawa is also getting help from the board, just a slight bit. Not anything significant, but some of their trades have been interesting. And for just another good notice. Now, I don't play in this league. I don't have any favorites. But I do notice that it's the two Yeet God teams that are getting the benefits of some trades that people are always talking about.
Yep. See, everybody notices it.
It's the two Yeet God teams.
PGA
Like,
is not gonna be liked after this video.
Alright,
They're
guys,
going
let's be
after-
positive so we don't receive any hate because
all right, cut that
Hey
part out.
guys, we love you from the bottom of our hearts. Please don't get upset.
don't
please-
lower all of our overalls in the stat sheet except for TTA's commentator overall. I don't know.
Yeah,
Does he even have one?
please
Yeah, I
don't
don't
get
even think that's
upset.
even overall.
Please, like last video, a lot of people seem to get pretty upset. Like I like to in this video just I like to ask you to please not bitch because it's kind of annoying already. Like if you
Please drop
want
a like and subscribe to this video.
yeah if you
Like
want
and
make a
subscribe.
video yeah, just like and subscribe PGHO overtime and we are out.